Welcome to the first and possibly only episode of the Dr. O Show. And my idea for this was just to talk to different members of the staff and put a face with a name and kind of get to know the staff a little bit. So our first victim who agreed to do this is Lindsay. Lindsay with an A. That will be important potentially for future episodes. So thank you for joining me, Lindsay. So what's your title here at the office?
I'm a medical assistant.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Basically, same as a nurse, really, but
And we actually call our MAs nurses sometimes.
yeah, you do.
But what do you do?
I'll bring patients back, take vitals, assist with EKGs, injections.
So like when our patients send a message through my chart, does that first come to you guys or?
Yes, it does, because I'm going to reference you, I guess. You get a lot of messages, and we like to weed out the ones that you really don't necessarily have to see. We can handle on our own.
Which really helps with my workload, so
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But you didn't start off as an MA here.
Yeah, I did not.
So what's the story there?
I actually started off as an MCR. I actually didn't know.
What does that stand for? MC?
Medical Center Representative.
Something like that.
Customer service. I'm not really
A receptionist.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And I just did that because I knew the manager. She was looking for someone, and I had been in school and said, "Shoot, I'll just go."
Cool. And why the change to MA?
Because I have a clinical background, and we were short-staffed, so I was helping out, coming over here, anyways, and I just took the test. And
So you grew up around here.
I did.
And have been here your whole life.
Mhm.
So what percentage of patients do you think that you know of mine, like out from the community?
More than I expected to know.
Yeah. It's weird, like everybody who comes in should be like, oh yeah, I know so-and-so from whatever, and it's like, you know another person, like another person? So is it ever weird or hard to separate, like, okay, I know all about this person and like their life outside of the office, and then they come in and you have to, like, can you distance that and do what you need to do in there? And there's a lot of questions, and do you feel like they're able to be open with you from knowing you outside of the office?
I typically, depending on the relationship with that person, I'll ask if they're okay with me, bringing them back, depending on how in depth I need to get. I don't just go through someone's chart either.
Yeah.
We're only doing the issues that they come with that day. But yeah, I think the hardest part is seeing, like, I might be here today and they're at the ball game with me later.
Right, yeah.
That might be the hardest thing, or, but.
Cool.
Yeah.
So to be able to be a receptionist or medical assistant, what's needed for that, and then like what's your educational background in particular?
I actually have a sales background, and then when COVID hit, I wanted to go into the medical field altogether in radiology. So that's still in the works. However, the MCR basically is scheduling, a lot of important information. So like if anyone has test results or whatnot, we're scanning those into charts, making sure that you guys are able to get that. But it's not real clinical, like there's no hands-on that. So
Like, did you have to take a test for either one, or
for the
like
MA,
a special degree?
For the MA, I mean, I already had most of it for having the radiology degree, but not for an MCR.
So yeah, that's what I was getting at. So what kind of degrees do you have, like all throughout? Like college degree, the radiology stuff?
Yeah, so I actually was an art major right out of high school, and I have an associate's degree in graphic design and business. So I was a graphic designer for a really long time, and then I thought I wanted to be a nurse after that, and I was working at the warden at the sheriff's department. Oh, I said hospital.
No, you're good.
Which he talked me into going into law enforcement. So I actually worked at a local sheriff's department around here for a few years, and then left there and went into sales. And I went into sales. I loved it. I actually did well, but I just didn't feel really fulfilled. So my husband encouraged me to to do what I wanted, and it was for the medical field. I really didn't think I wanted to be a nurse because all the things nurses have to do, but now that I'm even doing this, it's really hard.
So that's a lot of jobs, and
Yeah.
it shows that as a 75-year-old, like you had a long history of work experience. No, so you said you have an art degree.
I do.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Can you draw something on this that will impress us?
Are you serious?
Yeah. We'll keep talking, but you just doodle away and just draw something that you think that the viewers, all 25 of them who will watch this, will be impressed with. It could be anything. Just think of, I mean, don't stress out about it, but just draw something, and then like you can do it as we talk, and then you can show us at the end what you come up with.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Can you do that? Can you talk in, right?
I don't know.
We'll find out. All right.
Oh boy.
So you kind of answered your work history. That was my next question. What's your favorite part of this job?
To be honest, there's a lot of people. We go on with our day to day, and we get aggravated with so many things. Whether we're in traffic, we all have that road rage sometimes. I know, but all that goes out the window when you get to come in here and you hear people really going through their real problems. It just makes me fulfilled to know that I was a part of. I mean, I've had people write in and you read like, "Thanks for making me laugh today." You never think about what is really going on, and oh my gosh, I was ready to lose my mind over the traffic getting my son to school, and then I come here, I'm like, what am I complaining about?
When you guys will write those what do they call it, not the evaluations, what are those called, like when you give us like the scores at the end of your visits and submit those with comments, we see all those. So we see like Lindsay did a great job or whatever, that kind of stuff, and that means a lot to us. So I know I really appreciate those. And so what about the least favorite part of this job? Yeah, you can be honest.
Ear cleanings. Come on.
Oh, it was. So you have to do the thing to.
I can't do
it. To be the
it.
least favorite part.
I can't do it. It's nothing against all the
so
patients.
she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't do those. She has somebody else do those. So what's your least favorite part of the job that you actually do?
The least favorite. I don't know. I think it's with because you see a lot of patients, and I think it's we have somebody that comes in and may say, "Oh, I just have a cough." Well, then they come in and they're like, "I don't just have a cough. I'm having chest pains, and I have this cut that's on my leg that now I think's infected." And now that 15-minute appointment is now a 30-minute appointment or more
in a 15-minute slot.
Yes, and now I'm sweating because now I'm taking a long time. I back you up, and then now we're behind for the day. I don't get to leave when we need to leave. I don't, it's just, there's a lot. That's probably the worst part.
And that's partly on me too, because if somebody's has additional problems, I'll try to do everything while people are here because I don't want to inconvenience people by coming back. Or if they're due for a physical, I'll add that on. But the slot's still the same, so if you're adding these additional things, it does set us back. Now, I'm pretty good with time management and being able to fit all that kind of stuff in, so I don't get super stressed out. If I ever get to be like an hour behind, that's something catastrophic happened, but usually I kind of operate in the 20 to 30 minutes behind like the scheduled appointment time, which is pretty okay, and so we're usually able to bounce back, but I know I do that to you guys, but I appreciate you rolling with the punches. So, how many times do you think you've cried at work?
Gosh, just depends.
More than zero is...
Yeah, it's emotional.
I know, yeah.
We have a lot of patients who come in and they have a really sad story. I'll cry about that. I cry.
Different reasons.
Yeah.
But that's actually a positive, I feel like, because Lindsay has a huge heart, and that's why she cries. She empathizes with people, and she, like, most of the time she's, like, crying in the room with the patient because they tell them the story of, like, my family member had cancer, or this happened, and she, like, can relate to herself or just feel for people. So that's actually a good thing, and that's not something you can teach. That's just, like, something that's inside you, so we appreciate that.
You make me cry all the time.
When I'm cracking the whip, I know. So, what's it like working with me? Either just in general or versus like another provider or however you want to answer that question.
We have a lot of great providers we do here, but I prefer to work with you only because
even though I've got more volume and it's more work and it's more stress.
I mean, I didn't know everything coming in. I still don't. I have a lot of questions. I feel like you're you're relaxed. You're always willing to help, even how bogged down you are. You're willing to help me, but you also know like I'm here to help you. So I need to learn the right way either way. You take care of us. You do.
Try.
That's kind of a big.
What about the
deal.
negative wise? Me cramming stuff into slots that don't exist.
100%. Especially at the end of the day.
Yeah. But you guys are always out by earlier than me.
5 o'clock is good.
Yeah. No, they never stay till 5. I do, but they don't.
That's not true.
And then, yeah. Okay, could you recommend to me a movie?
This is 40 because that is you.
She won't shut up about this. So, apparently, she feels like Paul Rudd's character in that movie and I have some things in common. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I will watch it, but every day it's like, you need to watch this.
They're the same.
So we'll see.
They're the
Alright, okay. Okay, so what is your favorite body part to have removed?
Removed.
Have you had any body parts removed?
A tumor.
Okay. Is that your favorite thing that's been removed?
Yeah.
Or do you have other things that you had removed?
No.
What's your favorite surgery?
Oh, I have actually had another surgery. I had my uterus
Okay.
removed.
Is that your favorite?
Yes.
You rave about like hysterectomy.
Oh my gosh, that was a game changer. Endometriosis is no joke. So if any of you women are experiencing any of that, oh my word, I feel for you. And I was I think 38 when I was diagnosed. I had 2 surgeries until I was 40, and then at 41 it was just a no-brainer. I mean, it was life-altering, the pain, and my whole family went through a lot with that. So I had a hysterectomy, and it was the best thing I ever did. I have not had any issues since, and my life is back to normal. So
Maybe I'll convince my wife to shut out the hysterectomy. We'll see.
yeah,
Because I hear it's the bomb.
Well, yeah, because I thought, being
Yeah.
young, you don't want to
Yeah.
do that or whatever.
Yeah.
I was finished having kids, so.
Okay, so what's your 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In radiology, I would like to be there. If not, if I don't, if not, nursing isn't out of the back of my mind. But radiology.
We'll see. We'll see. See how that goes.
Yeah.
I may have to sabotage her on the day of her test. We'll see.
Yeah.
No. We want the best for all of our employees. And that's, start drum. Because she has ignored that the whole time. We want our staff here, even though we kind of become a family and we try to help each other grow, and we have people who become more skilled at their positions, we always want the best for people, and if that means people move on to other places and do other things and better themselves financially and fulfillment wise, then we're cool with that. So if we lose Lindsay someday to radiology, then so be it. We'll do okay, but obviously we like to keep our family together if we can.
Yeah, you guys need to tell them I need a raise.
I know, everybody needs raises. I agree with that. I have no control over that, but I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay.
And is there anything else that's all the questions I have prepared. Is there anything else you think that our viewers, our tens of thousands of potential viewers, patient-wise and randos on the internet, should know about you or things in general?
I don't know. I'm a mom. I love being a mom. That's the number one. My husband, he's a lineman. He's actually down in North Carolina, or in the Carolinas, down there helping right now. That's been rough. And I make cookies.
She
I'm
does.
a cookie maker.
So if you need some delicious, fancy designer cookies
Yeah.
for a very reasonable price,
Meraki by Lindsay.
there you go. I was gonna ask next if there's anything you want to plug. So yeah, she is very good at art. So hopefully she's living up to her name and drawing something spectacular right now.
I'm really not.
But we'll see.
This is what I drew.
Oh, look at that. That's good.
It's
Look at that.
actually
Here,
because
here.
I beg him every day to get me a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Artiste.
That's it.
Okay, that's all we got. So, if this was something enjoyable, let us know down there, in the YouTube thing, not on the ground, that it was enjoyable. So that will let me know that you guys want more of that. Otherwise, say bye, Lindsay.
See ya.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.